$150 versus 1,000. Question is, are we saving money by going with the cheap rolling mills, or just setting ourselves up for disappointment? Let me share what happened when I tried to find out. You know that feeling when you are diving into a new hobby and your shopping cart keeps getting bigger and bigger? Well, welcome to the world of silversmithing. It's not just about having the right tools. Every piece of jewelry starts with raw materials, and those materials need to be the right size. When I first started creating custom jewelry, my goal was simple. Craft pieces that tell stories, that carry meaning for the people wearing them. But here's the thing. To bring these stories to life, I need to work with different sizes and thickness of metal. That's when I realized I needed a rolling mill. If you have ever looked up rolling mills, you know they are not exactly impulse buy material. We're talking about machines that can cost well over $1,000. And when you are just starting out, seeing those cheaper options online, well, let's just say they are start to look pretty tempting. But here's what kept me up at night. What if I buy one of these budget options, and it turns out to be just another piece of expensive junk? I mean, when something costs just a third of what the real deal does. It's gotta be a catch, right? I dove into research mode, trying to find real answers from people who had experience with them. But surprisingly, there wasn't much out there. It felt like I was standing at crossroads, with my wallet in one hand and a big question mark in the other. That's when something interesting happened. While I was doing the research, Vevor reached out to me. When I explained my dilemma and mentioned how many other craftsmen probably face the same choice, they made an interesting proposal. They offered to send me one of their rolling mills, free of charge, so I could put it to the test. Fast forward a few weeks, and there I was, unboxing and setting up my new rolling mill. And the timing was perfect. I had a custom ring project lined up, waiting to be created. It was the perfect opportunity to put this machine to the test. So the big question remains, is it worth it? Is this budget-friendly option a smart choice? Or are we better off saving up for the premium versions? Well, that's exactly what we are about to find out. This is what I think. Alright, so this is the Vevor rolling mill, and this model is called KDY7548. My first impression of it is solid. It's not that many parts. This one is plastic, but besides that, everything is made in steel and feels solid. It didn't require any installation other than putting this in place and also this one. So the maximum thickness that you can mill in this one is 6.5 millimeters. And as I mentioned, this flat area is 75 millimeters. The rolls got a diameter of 49 millimeters. So what you do with this one is basically you thin out material. And the material that can be used in this are the softer material like silver, gold, copper, etc. And having a rolling mill like this it does create much more freedom, since I don't have to have a lot of material dimensions in stock. I can make it myself. I can just melt down some silver, for instance, and then I create the thickness I want, and then I have the material I need. I haven't used another rolling mill, so I don't have anything to compare with, but I don't know how much more I can ask from a rolling mill. It's light, yes. So the more expensive ones they looks more heavy, but bolt it to a bench and that problem is solved. It feels solid. Of course, these they could be a little bit thicker, these threads that holds the rolls, but I am thinking that rolling soft material like silver, copper and gold, it doesn't take that much force. So even if I use this, just done a little bit of experimenting, I'm pretty sure this will hold up for a very long time. But we will see. I will definitely use this a lot, so we will see in a couple of years how it performs. When I was researching and was about to get my own rolling mill, I did watch some reviews on this, or not this one, but a similar rolling mill from Vevor. And in that video, the user had some issues with the gear inside here. It was a little bit of, it wasn't even to roll, but I didn't experience any issues with that. It went very smooth, everything. And they do have a lot of different models with different, you can get a completely flat roll. Here I also got, so I can make wire. I also got an extra roll to put here on the side. I also noticed that some had issues with the opening, that these cheaper rolling mills opens too small, and there might be a standard measure that you cast your silver, that the casting mold is a standard measurement. I can't tell because I made my own mold, so I simply made it 5 millimeters thick, but the specification says 6.5 millimeters thick for this one. So, is it worth it? 145 euros. When you're looking at rolling mills, it's quite common that you pay maybe 3 or 4 times that price. As I mentioned, I don't have an experience of using other rolling mills, so I don't have anything to compare with. But if I would answer myself when I did the research back then, before I had this one, is it worth the purchase? I would say yes. To me, it does the job. What I'm asking for is I will cast an ingot and then I will roll it and make it thinner to a dimension that I want, so I can use the material and create something out of it. And this rolling mill does that job perfectly. If you go on a more expensive rolling mill, you will probably get more precision. But the way I work is that I continue working on the metal anyways, so having the precise rolling out a sheet is not necessary for me, and therefore it doesn't have to be that precise. And for this ring project that I'm working on now, I needed a 2 millimeter thick flat bar, and I got a 2 millimeter thick flat bar. So if you are planning to just roll out material that you have a cast, to roll it out to a specific thickness so you can further use the material, if that's all you are asking for, then this will do the job perfectly. And paying the 145 euros, it is really, really cheap. And I would say it's a good value for the money.